Yeah, so we are now in the podcast room, cell number 223. This is our first week doing that, so we might be a bit nervous.
Yes,
Yeah, so there's two of us. We are both from BP, the February intake 2025. Uh, and that's pretty much it. We are a bit nervous, of course, I said that. But now we have beloved guest, Nate, the great.
Hi, what's up, guys? Yeah, I'm Nate, DTM student here at SRH Harlem. I've been here now. I'm in my second year. February 24 intake. But yeah, that's me.
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so the first topic of us would be a bit of introduction and our background. Uh, but I would talk a bit about the podcast, what's the goal behind it, and what we are going to do moving forward. So, to me, when I was thinking about recording a podcast, I was thinking about maybe talking about what I like, what my friend likes, and Rosa, and what the guest likes. And then we can pretty much discuss that in order to give and publish our insights in public. So maybe it can be inspiring or at least give some ideas to people who are listening to this. And if you are not a fan of our podcast, you are missing something. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Also, it may help those who want to come to this university and want to take one course here. Maybe it would help to know that what we do and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about the ambitions and future path that's
Mm,
we want to let's discuss about it. And
yeah.
it's not just a basic chat. We are actually here to spark about new ways of thinking and yeah, new idea. And I can say
If you want to add something. No. So, I start with myself. Well, I'm from Iran, and I was doing humanities in high school, which is one of the three main majors you can have in high school, and it was pretty much fun, and we had a great class. Then I started going to uni in Tehran, the capital of Iran, and I was studying law. But after almost 2 years, I found out that it would be the best option for me to live out the country and to come here and study what I enjoy the most, which is psychology. And BP, I like it because it integrates business as well. So, yeah, that's why I'm now here.
to grow my knowledge, learn some new things, solution, business. Yeah, as architect, figure it out. Really enjoyable and connect business and psychology in any business, for example. Really happy that about like Kiavash.
Yeah, so I'm Nate, as I mentioned before. I grew up in the Philippines my whole life to a Filipino mom and a British dad. And honestly, what kind of led me to coming over here was when I was growing up in the Philippines, it's kind of a tough economy. People make like €5 to €10 a day, and that's like average. So just opportunities are kind of hard to come by. So I knew I kind of had to get out the country, but that's kind of where my ambitions started. Um, I realized how hard it was to make money in my local economy. So I looked at the tools that we had in front of us, like the internet and all these different business models that were coming out, like drop shipping, affiliate marketing. So I explored a lot of that stuff when I was growing up. And when I came over here, I initially did automotive engineering because I fell in love with cars too. Because I got a car when I moved back home, but I realized that engineering is just way too hard. So I decided to switch over to something that I've been kind of doing my whole life and kind of enjoy doing. I've also have like a big passion for computer science and everything. So digital transformation just seemed like the most logical move for me. And honestly, moving from a public university here in the Netherlands to this private university, SRH Harlem, I would say it's probably one of the best choices I've made, not just for
Yeah.
my academics, but also for my social life. You know, there's a
Yeah.
lot of internationals here. There's cool people like you guys.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. You too. You too.
yeah,
I agree with that. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, so the thing that we have all in common is that we come from some countries that are doing poor in terms of economy. And so we just saw this opportunity as a way to grow ourselves, maybe our family and friends, and our status, basically. Um, so to give the listeners who don't have any idea about this university, I would say that for bachelors, they offer you three different courses. One of them is business psychology, which integrates business with, of course, psychology. One of them is creative media, the integration of like social media, media itself, and business, and DTM, data transformation marketing. Yeah.
digital
Oh,
transformation
digital
management.
transformation. Oh, yeah, completely wrong. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, maybe it's best to say
Yeah,
what did
so
he?
what digital transformation management really is, I think the best way to sum it's just digital transformation. It's kind of approaching business from the mindset of revolutionizing their processes with digital solutions. So identifying potential points where improvements can be done to their systems, their processes, even their services or products that could provide increased value with
Mm-hmm.
leverage of digital tools. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's pretty much what DTM is.
Did you know that? That's really cool.
Yeah, that's
It's
Honestly, I'm very interesting. Yeah, I really.
really enjoy the course, honestly. I think it's
You too.
uh, so I would like to go into deep depth of that and ask you, for example, what do you enjoy the most about DTM?
DTM.
Yeah, yeah.
What do I enjoy the most? Well, honestly, I've been going down this track with, with AI coming up and
Mm-hmm.
everything. I've been going down this track exploring different AI tools. And one kind of area that I'm currently exploring is like app development and web app development with no
Oh, yeah.
code AI tools. And it was perfect timing because as I found tools like Bolt.new, which is like a development tool,
Yeah.
I didn't really have the technical knowledge to go and
Mm-hmm.
do it. But I had this like three modules back to back that was all about software development, going from
Yeah, that's cool.
building databases to like planning out how to build software, how to manage data, and all that stuff. So all of those things combined kind of aided me in my personal like interests.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's what I like about it. If you're somebody who's really into like tech and stuff, I really recommend DTM.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
that's
really
cool.
cool. But actually, I really enjoy to discover some technology about software or sometimes the hardware of systems and yeah. So
Yeah. So I know that because there's not that big community in this school because it is relatively new. I see what are you doing, like, and they are cool stuff. If you want, you can explain. Maybe those who listen to that may follow
which
you
my
or something.
projects?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So when I first came here, before you guys were even here, I was trying to launch a business called Networker. I think
Yeah.
you guys might have actually been here already. I'm not sure. No, you guys weren't here. But it was basically a digital transformation agency where we
Yeah.
consult businesses and provide solutions, utilizing like workflow automation. But I moved past that now, and I'm just working on a bunch of different projects, specifically
Hmm.
software solutions like SaaS's. That's what Alma.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm just having fun with it. I'm not really doing anything to build the business. It's more just merely experience right now. But ultimately, everything will culminate into something valuable.
Yeah, yeah. I hope so. So, what about you? Any interest in business psychology? What do you like?
Well, actually, I'm really interested in the psychology part. Um, you know, if you can recognize and I can say understand people, and you can do everything you want. Actually, it is my idea. That's if you understand people, what they want, what they need, and how could you, for example, solve the solution for them. You can run every business, and you can, for example, be for example, counselor for a
Yeah.
company or something like that. And um, yeah, I love business. I've been in the cryptocurrency for 5 years, but
Hmm.
actually, I interest to that psychology part. That's grew my knowledge.
Yeah, so I would also say so that I like psychology the most. And so the university offers you some materials for both psychology and business, but I do read along with them some books about people, if you want to technically speak, uh, behavioral psychology or social psychology, um, and kind of somehow personality psychology, which goes into how people themselves figure out their relationship with themselves first, and then how they perceive the world around them. And I think it is a really good thing to be knowledgeable about, because here the world is really hectic now. Social media, also softwares, many things going on. But at the end of the day, they all consist of individuals. So if you can understand individuals the best, you can pretty much figure out how this is working, maybe to me. Yeah, so I would go to the next topic, which is what I would do in my future. Now I'm thinking about maybe finishing this degree first, which is a practical degree, hands on experience. It is really cool. I like it. And then maybe follow it with some masters only focusing on psychology. And then in the middle of that, I have some ideas about running some businesses, which again tie into psychology. Um, and further information, of course, for you will be out when it is run or something. Yeah, so what about you, Nate? How do you want to use this information that you are getting in
For
order to
school?
build your career? Yeah.
Yeah, well, like I mentioned, like some of the modules I'm having at this very moment has been very valuable for me in what I'm kind of learning outside of class.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go too deep into it because it's kind of still a work in progress. But I'm
Yeah.
working on a project at the moment, and I kind of want to go down that route of just building these like software solutions.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just want to ensure that I can create something that doesn't that one, actually generates me enough money to live comfortably,
Yes.
and I just want to be location independent. That's probably my biggest thing. I would take location independence over uh, 3 times salary. I'd take three times less if I had the ability to be where I want. But yeah, overall, I just don't want to work a normal job. Like I
Yes.
I, I want to do entrepreneurship, and I've always wanted to do that. So I think if I don't do that, I'm kind of letting my younger self down. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, as far as they told me, guys, I was actually
Yeah.
taking me wrong actually because I'm not our shooting here and don't do this stuff like that. But actually, I have I can say best and revolutionary of housing company that it's my dream. That's I'm here for it. because as far as to you, I'm here to learn and grow my knowledge about psychology, materials, about the brains, and how gonna do stuff, something like that, and know how, for example, the global business economy around, and how can I, for example, um, show some people some, I don't know, my ideas or something like that. But I have some ideas about the portable housing. That could be you can move your house everywhere, anywhere, anytime you want it. You just need the land. You don't need to build that building. And it's really, I can say, we have open. I have a lot of, mm,
Ambitions.
no, you know, I have a lot of plans that, for example, you can actually, for example, change your whole design of your house with
Oh,
yourself
that's cool.
by one person. Just, you don't need a lot of workers. It's can, for
Yeah.
example, more for you to build this or change it, and it's a raw label, and you can do everything you want. For example, you want to be in a circle house, spark house, triangle house, or everything, and we can
Mm-hmm.
add it every time, and it's real cheap. And I've this idea, actually, I have it for most or students, I can say.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe in the future, something like Airbnb, maybe, but
Mm-hmm.
not something like that. Um, yeah, uh, this is my plan from future, and I
That's
this
nice.
whole that, yeah,
Yeah.
I can catch it.
So yeah, that are really cool ideas. We will see how it goes for the three of us. But I want to ask your opinion about, like, because you're doing software and we are doing psychology. How would be the combination of both, and if it is gonna be a good thing, a big thing, or not? Maybe.
Well, like honestly speaking, you know how I mentioned I was trying to push this business idea I had before, where we do like this consultancy thing.
Yeah.
So kind of bridging the gap with, you know, DT, digital transformation, and
Yeah.
actually businesses is is very much a human thing. You know, it's
Mhm.
because with the onset of AI and all these things, a lot of the understanding isn't the like business owner will probably not have the same understanding as
Yes.
someone like me who's studying DTM.
Yeah.
And that's the problem we face, like me and my friends, when we were trying to push the business, is we couldn't communicate the value effectively to the business owners. They would just see it, they'd think it's cool, and then they
Yeah.
would not really grasp how valuable it might be for their business. So I think that's where
Yeah.
psychology can play in, because you can, especially business psychology, because you can hone in on certain aspects of business to
Yeah.
psychologically get them to grasp how valuable your tool or your solution might be. So I think that's where business psychology can really be leveraged within transformation
Yeah.
for sure.
Also, to me, since I've come here, I realized the importance of communication and what a key role it can play in day to day life, business life, career, and everything. So I see that the gap between those two can be filled up using a psychologist or a like business psychology expert, and maybe they can communicate in a better way your idea, and they can communicate their idea to you, so it will get you to a win-win situation, which is the best option.
More understandable,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
connection between.
So maybe the next thing would be what you would like to talk about, if there's any topic you would like to talk about.
Topic I'd like to talk about.
Yeah.
Anything on the table?
Yes.
Absolutely anything.
Anything that will not get us banned from the school, of
Yeah.
course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm always curious about this, you know, because
Mm-hmm.
there's a very large international community, and what comes with a very diverse group is you get sometimes like culture clashes and you get things like that. So
Yeah.
when I first came here, for like 3 4 years ago now, um, really struggled to adapt. So initially, I blamed it because I was going to a public university where there was barely internationals, and it kind of skewed my self image on how I like represent myself here in the country, and I thought it wasn't entirely representative of myself. So I'm curious as to what you guys have experienced over here. Have you guys found it a lot easier to find people that you can vibe with? Because both of you
Yeah.
are Iranian, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so there's like a few Iranians at the school. I'm the only Filipino here, so it's like
Yeah,
I.
that's uniqueness. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, so if you want. Yeah, so I think to me it's different because I really just first when I want to initiate a conversation with someone, I really uh, just try to be myself, which is, I think, one of the most important things you should do. Because if you change yourself or play a fake role, they will understand with their intuition and they will feel it. So the best way to me is just be yourself. So, for example, in a meeting, if I see someone that I've never seen or I have seen before, and I want to have a conversation with them, I will just simply go to them and say, "Hey, I would like to have a conversation with you. I think that it would be really cool and engaging. So let's just talk." So, and in this way, when you are genuinely show that you want to listen to them, you are interested in having conversation with them, even if they are not looking for, I don't know, somebody to talk to or friend, they will engage mostly based on what I have experienced here, especially in this university or any social gathering. The whole idea behind that is to find some people to talk to, even if you are within your group of friends. So, yeah, that's the way that I approach it now.
Yeah, actually, I have this same experience like Kailash. You know, mm, communicate with people is really enjoyable. It was really social, and I really love to, meeting, participating in meetings, gatherings, parties, and seeing new people,
Yeah.
and learn something from, you know, every mind has some idea, some type of thinking, and it could be for me. It's good. Maybe sometimes, like I say, it's really hard to have a conversation or
Yeah.
participating in some meetings or group gathering, but actually, mm, I can say I'm really happy that I'm here in this university. The mm, communication, in this community, in this university, actually, it's real friendly. Everyone,
Yeah.
like, open to you, and for example, they can just say hi and start your conversation,
Yeah.
and I really appreciate that culture that people of Netherlands that they have actually is real different from the other country in Europe, and they're really
Yeah.
social people and friendly, and it's make it really, I think, more, I don't know, easy, or some
Yeah.
have a
More friendly.
been
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I like the fact that it's like super international here too. It's
Yeah.
very accommodating, but like what I from my experience, it's I'm not throwing shade or anything like that, but then
Mhm.
like the fact that I'm just come from a completely different culture, I
Yeah.
really base it down to that. It's like I find it hard to connect with some of the locals here because just what's their interest, what's my interest. It's very two stark things. So, but there's a few people that I end up meeting here that are really cool people. So it's like I
Yeah.
really had to learn to let go of my preconceived notion of what I thought people were like.
Mhm.
When I did that, I just threw myself out there, doing what you said, just being myself.
Yeah,
You know, I realized I attract the right people. Then,
yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Yeah. So actually, based on the test that we did, I scored 99% in extroversion. So the thing is that I try to find every person here, follow them, just see what they are doing, and it's not that hard because it's roughly 400 students here. So yeah, for example, I saw you are doing cool stuff. I saw that the mindset is based on hard working, just putting it all in. So yeah, why not just DMing you and say, yeah, let's meet up and get the podcast, which is now I told you yesterday, and we are doing it now, which is yeah, that shows that we have the mindset. Um, but it is something that most people are not used to it because they are not used to some of the person that they haven't met and they are in a school with. DMing them, saying that, for example, what's a cool photo that you have posted, or I would like to talk to you, for example, and they mostly first don't respond to that, or they don't take that really serious. But after a while, when I start to really talk to them, they all are, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I'm in. They are interested. So after all, we are just humans, and uh, to me at least, the place that we are coming from doesn't play a big role um, in how we can communicate together. Yeah.
Like honestly, the reason why I do share a lot of the things I do is because I want to find people who are
Yeah.
interested, who like the same shit I do.
Yeah.
So then it's just we can just talk and then just share ideas, cook. That's kind of like why I do it and do everything, I guess.
That's,
Yeah, sometimes maybe gonna be hard to find the right person.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm so loud with it. Like that's why I'm always
yeah.
posting my stuff. I'm always talking to people about what I'm working on. Is because like I want to find someone who's just like me. Like I want to find
Yeah.
someone who's super like-minded and we can come together, really create some crazy stuff. And like what I realize is you can't find someone who's exactly like you. So it's like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
meet people who have skill sets that complement mine, and then another guy who complements that, I complement theirs,
Yeah.
and it's all about finding a group of people that complement each other. In
Yeah.
my opinion, if you're trying to build like a team for
Yeah.
but before I was thinking, oh, I just need that one person. But no, like it's right in front of you if you just
Yeah.
look for the people's value that they can offer, right?
Mm. Yeah. Also, sorry, if you have an identical twin that has been raised with you, you have been into same shit, the perceptions of them is different. So even your closest friend or closest family member is not the same as you, but it's again trying to find like-minded people, connecting to them and cooking some good shit. So yeah, you want to add something? Yeah. So to wrap it up, we will move to the last topic here for today, which is kind of more delightful, at least to me, which is we talk about our favorite book or our favorite movie that have inspired us a lot. So maybe it can be a source of inspiration for others who are listening to us. So starting with you this time, yeah.
Yeah, you said about movie.
Movie, book, or anything that has inspired you a lot.
Did you guys see the series of Dark,
I
the
have.
German series?
I'm not a fan of series or movies
Oh
that
yeah,
much. Yeah.
but that's something like deja vu or
Yeah.
like another world and traveling in time and something like that. And on that series, I thought I actually learned that um, some communication with some people,
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's in the near future, brings a lot of problem for you in your actually your lifestyle, your health, your mental,
Yeah.
everything. And yeah, I actually watched this series of maybe 10 times or 12 times. It's real cool.
Yeah. So I would say that at least for me, when I see someone is shifting his path or her path, and I cannot connect to them anymore, I would just cut off them and say, yeah, really, I feel that we are not that like-minded anymore. And I think ghosting or not answering or ignoring them is not the best option because it would hold them from just knowing what is your opinion, what is happening to you, because just ignoring doesn't refer to that you don't want to connect to them. Maybe you're busy, maybe you have an issue, maybe you have problems, you're doing something. So yeah, to me, that's about that.
My opinion, when it like comes to people and I guess you can call it protecting your peace, kind of. For me, it's like all about just being transparent, real,
Yeah.
you know, um, being vulnerable. You know,
Yes.
having to tell somebody that, for example, oh, I don't like you or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't want to hang out. You know, like maybe they just don't vibe with you or something like that. You know,
Yeah.
to do something like that requires a lot of, say, courage.
Yeah.
But like at the end of the day, even though you might think you're damaging the other person or something like that by letting them know, I think it's the most respectful way to,
Yeah.
because like instead of playing games and then pretend you like this guy, the guy leaves and you're like that guy's, you know, like
Yeah.
yeah, be honest,
Yeah.
be straightforward. You know, it's just why not, right?
Yeah. Also, if you keep it to yourself and don't let them know, it will build resentment
Yeah,
in yourself, and the person would feel that because you cannot fake it after a while, and they understand that, and they would be like, yeah, why he didn't just say to me directly. So also, I think that when you say to someone that you don't like them or you cannot vibe with them, they shouldn't take it personally because it is nothing wrong with them. They can find many people. 8 billion people are here. They can find many people if they want to. Also, it is not your problem because you have grown up, you have your experience, you have your desires, your interests, and it shouldn't be aligned with all the people around the world.
yeah, you gotta
Even
have self-respect.
yeah, even the most famous people have haters,
Yeah.
have crazy fans, and you cannot be loved by anyone. That's a fact. So, yeah, it has been a really great conversation.
What's your favorite book?
Oh, my favorite book. Yeah, my favorite book is The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. Have you read it?
Heard of it?
Yeah, the most valuable lesson that I took from that is life is full of struggle and shit. And the best thing you can do when the situation of life is that, and you cannot change it, is that you find the thing that you like to struggle in. For example, yeah, psychology is really hard. Many factors can change your behavior. Also, software is really hard. It is on a daily basis getting bigger and bigger and bigger. You have to keep updating yourself. But the important thing is that when you love that, even that a struggle would become kind of sweet for you. You wanna pursue that. Yeah. So maybe I recommend anyone to read this book. Yeah.
I've been trying to that.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we have to wrap this up really quick by saying that I personally really enjoy talking to you, Alireza, and you, Nate, and because we are not discussed even the topics that we had completely, maybe we can in some few weeks or after the summer again come together and update the listeners. Um, and yeah, just talk. It would be a friendly catch up with the audience listening to it, feeling close to us.
Yeah, sure. That
Yeah.
honestly sounds good. Thanks for having me on the podcast.
Yeah,
I'll
of
say that.
course.
Thank you, guys. It's really enjoyable for me. Actually, it's the first time that's I participate in the podcast or something like
Yeah.
that. But you can see this guys. I'm really nervous.
Yeah.
I forgot the words that I want to say, but yeah, I appreciate it in you guys.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
having
You are the host. What do you mean? Yeah, like, yeah. So that's the end of it. Thank you for listening to us. It would be a weekly podcast. So keep updating yourself.